Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Folk in Scotland. And are you okay?
That's okay, I'm just letting it.
Okay, just letting it out slowly. Now.
Oh no, the book comes
Before
out.
we start, right, I was a bit bored because I've been here a while. So I was watching trailers. Oh, we've got 5G here now. It's super fast.
Oh.
I was getting 700 meg downloads.
Oh, is that 5G? Oh god, these are my new jeans, so I'm going to keep them away from
Keep them
there.
away from it. I'm not putting pad on it. You just need to control yourself. So, I was watching a trailer for a new film.
Behind you.
And it's the final trailer.
For what?
Nope. It looks
What's Nope?
fucking...
Oh, that's a Jordan Peele.
Now, Jordan Peele, his films are well made, but I felt they were a bit Twilight Zone. Now, this does look a bit Twilight Zone, but it looks good.
They're like that.
It looks
no,
good.
but they're like extended Twilight Zone episodes, right?
Yeah.
But they feel good. Whereas M. Night Shyamalan extended Twilight
yes,
Zone,
but not good.
all padded.
Jordan Peele's done a really good job with Get Out, but I think I was hyped to see it, and I was a little bit disappointed.
No, I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but I was let down by myself, really.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean by that?
But funnily enough, Jordan Peele actually was the host to a new swath of Twilight Zone episodes when they weren't good.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so
well, that kind of explains a lot.
Yeah.
But the trailer came out a while ago for it. Nope, it looks like aliens, and it looks like on a ranch.
Yeah.
And the new trailer came out, and I've actually, for the first time in ages, went, oh, I can't wait to see it. It looks amazing.
It's got those fucking inflatable bendy men.
Don't let that put you off.
No, but there's two of them appeared in bloody Castle Street. Have you seen them?
No.
The Mars have got some pub that changes names every tax year. And it's got these two bendy Guinness men.
Oh.
There's something horrific about them.
I don't know what it is.
They're like the human condition. There's two down at Arnold Clark.
Waving frantically, but in the end, you just collapse.
Two things to know about Arnold Clark.
Okay.
He was like Howard Hughes of Scotland, never
That's
cut
true.
his hair or his nails, and his son wanked himself to death.
That's right.
There you go.
Okay. So, okay, watch Nope, the trailer.
Nope.
Now, there's little scenes in it. Now, I don't know what it's about. I think this is the big scam. You think you know what it's about, and you don't. But you know who's in it? Michael Wincott.
Oh, Wincott.
With that voice, that
What a
gravelly
Wincott.
voice. And he's looks like he's got a really
Wincott.
meaty supporting role. Looks good.
He dies well, Wincott.
He always dies.
He's a good
He always
dyer.
dies. Good
He's a good dyer.
Okay, so
Wincott. Is it Wincott or Wincock?
Wincott.
Windcock. I bet
there's
he's
two
called.
T's.
He's called Windcock at
There's
school.
Wincott.
Oh, Windcock.
Wincott. Right, I've got to find where I wrote this down because it's upside down and at random. There
You
we
just
go.
okay. You start at a page and you work your way through. Jesus Christ.
Right, now the first subject has got a title, but it's not really about that. Okay, Jurassic World.
No.
No, wait.
Nope.
I know. No, I don't want to see it. It'll make money, but okay, here's what's happening. They do make money, even though they're not good.
No.
Right? There's a problem.
What?
Top Gun has made all the money, and it's been done in the style of an 80s film,
Yeah.
and it's a sequel. You know what this means? A new Jaws. Beetlejuice 2 is getting made.
There's already there's not a new Jaws.
No, but I'm telling you, they will start looking at it and going,
No.
they will,
Two things
I'm telling you, Goonies 2.
You'll never get a remake of Jaws, and you'll never get a remake of E.T.
No. I've got this written down. It's not a remake. You're getting sequels. There is an E.T. 2. It was written.
I've got the book in the house.
Right.
It's all about E.T.'s wife and kids and that.
What
his
about
troubles, male
not a
pattern
remake?
baldness.
Not a remake, but a reinvention. Almost a sequel. This is going to... Hollywood has looked at Top Gun, and I was the first to go, Top Gun 2. I don't want to see it. Apparently, I've not seen it yet. It's brilliant. The trailers look great. It's worked well. It's made all the money. We are going to get new Jaws. All the new Exorcist films are getting made.
We've got the Meg. We've got a Jawsy film, but it's terrible. And they're making the Meg too.
But wait.
But the Meg 1 was shite.
Hold on. This is I go deeper.
You're enthusiastic. I'm not on board with this project.
I go deeper. Here's why. Wait, I'm just checking we're recording. We're recording because I feel good.
Okay.
All these films, the Marvel ones, have been getting bigger and bigger. And now you got Top Gun with just a few cast, a few planes, and it's magic.
I'm not going to watch Top Gun.
But wait. It's going to go small. And you're going to go back to just a few people on a boat again. You're going to go back to it, and the spectacle's going to be in the intimacy and the smallness.
No.
Yes.
No,
I'm telling you.
Not for cinema.
There's three, I'm telling you.
Not for cinema. That's TV.
No.
TV.
I'm putting money on it.
No. You'll lose money.
Well, Nope's just coming out, and it looks fantastic. It's not a giant cast or anything.
No.
But there's special effects.
No, there's a lot of hype in that. But your standard, it's like you don't get. Remember the erotic thrillers? That's not for the cinema anymore.
Terrible.
Everything's gone on to prestige television. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. So small. You have micro budget. No. But micro budget films are going to go into video on demand.
Right.
All the thrillers, all the crime stuff seems to be heading onto television. You'll get big. Ken, you're saying Top Gun's a small film. It's nothing. It's a huge film.
But wait a minute. It cost 170 million to make it.
Right.
Now that's a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah.
But it was like $500 million for the Avengers films.
The thing is, but you know what I find slightly queasy about Top Gun?
Yeah.
Is it's a propaganda thing for the military.
That aside, we know
and
that.
they will be on board, so they'll have just offered up the entire American military.
Right.
It's what you could say about Top Gun. It's a fucking recruitment poster for the US.
Navy. Yeah.
There you go.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. We've always known that.
Yeah.
I'm not going down that route. I'm not going that deep in that direction.
That's how he's balances budget.
But people weren't going to see it because it was recruiting. They weren't just seeing it because it was nostalgia. They hit the mark.
Why were they going to see it?
They hit the mark on what people were needing.
But it's often not as complicated as that. You've got a fat guy with a milkshake.
Okay.
He's waddling through the cinema.
Okay.
He's seen all the Marvel films. There's not a crowded market. That's what I mean. There's no choice of films now. You had literally Marvel.
Hold on though. But it got people of a certain age back again. So but it doesn't matter what we think.
Yeah.
This is Hollywood. Yeah. And what happens, it's like in the record industry, one song hits and there's 50 come out just like it. Because everyone wants a bit of that mojo.
But they won't. But the thing is,
going to want the mojo of sequels.
They won't be able to make like 50 Tom Cruise Top Gun film.
Oh no, that's irrelevant whether they can do it.
They don't remember all the Iron Eagle stuff.
Yeah.
There's always lesser copies.
Yes, but it doesn't.
But I don't think the marketplace can even support that.
No. You're wrong. I'll tell you why. Because it doesn't matter if they're successful or not. They're going to try.
Okay.
They're going to try.
And fail.
So yes. So there will be some that will come out and you'll go, that was surprisingly good.
Yeah.
But nothing will hit the peak of Top Gun.
The superhero films are so massive.
Yes.
You've got Marvel's dominating. That cinema now is capes.
Yeah. Well, Morbius didn't do well.
No, but that was garbage.
Yes.
But that's not a Marvel film. You've got your Marvel films, this giant thing. To some degree, there's a few DC films are doing some kind of stuff on the fringes. But there's not really copycat superhero films.
Too difficult to do.
Yeah.
Too difficult with IPs that are unrecognisable.
But that's what I mean. You think there's choice in the thing, but it's just this. It's a monoculture.
Yeah.
It's a monoculture. We'll see how Jordan Peele does. But I'd imagine the Jordan Peele film will probably do better.
I'm really excited about
it. Yeah.
I'm really excited about it.
Its numbers in the cinema won't be that huge.
Right, but here's the thing. I don't think the cinema people are going to go back to it, but they have.
Because there's no Oscar buzz anymore.
But you have to remember, Top Gun is in its second week, it's the most successful film ever.
I think it's an aberration.
I don't.
I don't.
And
I think,
sure. And I think, irrelevant of what we want or we think, Hollywood's going to go, shit, 80 sequels. Flashdance 2, it's coming.
But
I don't care.
No, but you could almost say there's a renaissance for Tony Scott films.
Yeah.
Ambulance is a Tony Scott film. As much as you say Top Gun's whatever, Top Gun's still a superhero film.
Tony Scott is dead.
Yeah.
But Ambulance.
Ambulance. It's like a Tony Scott film.
I know what you mean.
No, he threw himself off a bridge.
Yeah, no.
He saw what was coming for films.
The constant left and right panning camera just doesn't stop and hurts your head.
But
I know what you mean.
Top Gun is a superhero film.
Although, True Romance, fantastic.
Right.
Tony Scott.
Right, yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
But Top Gun Maverick is a superhero film. The Fast and Furious films started off as crime films, but they're just superhero films.
Yeah.
So all the big films are just fucking superhero films.
But it'll run out.
No.
It'll run out. So I am telling you,
But I don't
Hollywood
think
is going to go daft.
But I don't think anything will fill the void.
It doesn't matter.
Cinema's dead, man.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because they've seen a glimpse of what they could have, so they're all going to go, what IPs do we have? So you've got Jurassic World. Now, Jurassic World's meant to be terrible, but people will go and see it.
That was a funny one, but then I never understood why people were into pirates. Those pirate films made a fortune. That was weird.
But they weren't good. The first one was fun, but the rest of them
Cutthroat Island's better.
No,
but then
terrible.
Frank Langella. But I don't understand the dinosaur ones. The original one's good. The rest of them are shite.
The problem is, I've not seen it, and I was watching the trailer, and I saw the last one, and the CGI is worse than it was 30 years ago.
Oh, the CGI in the original one's great.
You know what's wrong in not good. It's what's good in the first one. They were so restricted; they had to do everything, throw everything at it to make it look real as possible.
They must have panicked and thought, "Oh, this isn't looking real.
What do we do?"
Yeah.
And they've used every bit of artistry they have to make it.
Every trick in the book. The thing with the raptors in the kitchen, superb.
Do you know there's a guy in a suit in that?
Oh yeah.
When they open the door, there's a guy in a suit walking. You're like, you don't see that.
No, you don't see it.
It's incredible.
It's filmmaking.
What film?
Other films are trying to make.
Do you think you'd see a sequel from the 80s? Do you think would actually go?
But that never works. No, but the thing is,
it just did. It just did.
But I'm saying it's an aberration.
It doesn't matter.
But no,
it doesn't matter.
Like they tried the rebooted the Charlie's Angels thing, didn't work.
Yeah,
they rebooted the A-Team film, didn't work. Nobody's really interested in all these things.
These were TV series. You need an already successful film from the 80s.
I don't think it matters. I don't think that really matters.
Do you know the remake of Fame actually made money?
I've never seen that.
It was Kelsey Grammer's in it, and it was just a lot of.
Did it?
Yeah, and it actually.
Fame was
very
gritty.
Cheap film.
Fame was gritty. The series was gritty. Fame was good.
The film was depressing.
Yeah,
it was like dark.
Yeah,
and
bleak.
It was a bleak film.
Who directed that?
I don't know, but I thought because everyone just remembers people in leg warmers dancing on cars. But it's a depressing film.
I think this is a bit a burp.
Yeah, but we're not talking about aberrations. We're talking about accountants that run Hollywood will go, "Oh my God, we're going to make money."
But that's the thing; they're so risk averse. It's all dentists that film these.
Exactly. So they've seen a key.
There's no independent films.
They've seen a key to making money.
What's it called? Moonfall was an independent film.
Oh.
So that's done. Big budget independent films, no more. So it needs to be in the studios. Sony have just made
Valerian.
Disaster.
That was independent.
Was it?
That was a disaster.
Sony's making films. Morbius, I believe, is that a Sony Marvel film?
I think so.
Isn't it? It's like a kind of. But that was a disaster. The re-release.
And it was a disaster again.
It was a disaster a second time.
Because people, you know what happened? They were making memes about it.
Yeah.
So they went, "Oh, everyone's talking about it. Let's re-release it, and make money." And they went, "No, they're taking the piss, man."
But Tom Cruise brings us out. He fucking works. He doesn't just work, but he works behind the scenes. He works to promote it. He does so much.
He does the whole thing.
He does the machine and gear. All the Scientologists will be helping.
Right.
They will all have been helping.
Of course.
Yeah.
But what film do you think actually could work? Because I swore when I heard Maverick was getting made, I went, "I'm never interested in that."
I didn't know that, yeah.
But it's successful.
What film of the 80s could work?
That could actually have a sequel, and you could go, and I'm going to say this, as Jaws is one of the greatest films ever made.
Oh, no, it's superb.
If not the greatest film ever made.
They'll never remake Jaws.
No, but what if you had a Jaws film, like a sequel? And you done something, but you did do a sequel like 2, 3.
I don't think they can do it.
You actually done a quiet, small area sequel.
You could do what they would do.
A cast of 10.
I'll tell you what they'll do. They'll do a fucking TV show called Amityville.
Yes, this is what we're talking about.
But they'll do a TV show. They'll do
you've
a TV.
got it. Right.
They'll do a TV show.
You should be in Hollywood.
And
you've got it.
It won't be about it won't be about Jaws. It'll be the further adventures of Chief Brody. Because in the original book, there's a whole subplot about organised crime.
Right. Okay.
Right. So that's what they'll do. So I can see that happening.
You can maybe remake Jaws.
But what about
as a 10 program?
Yeah, you could have Chief Brody before he comes to Amityville because he's a city cop.
They'll do it.
I'll give it to you. They'll do that.
Right. So you see, there will
other
be
80s
things.
stuff.
That was 70s, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, they're redoing Predators coming back TV show.
Oh, now Predator.
I saw the
trailer.
Comanches.
Now the director I kind of like, but it looks like a fan film.
Yeah.
There's a few fan films on YouTube of predators fighting knights and that. It looks exactly the same.
We'll see. Is it not Hulu? Hulu or something?
Yeah, it looks like a fan film. It looks very digital.
What else could they do?
It looks very... I'm not sure about this.
Terminator's done, isn't it?
Terminator's done. Completely.
Done. They've ruined it. There's just no desire for
because you know what they wanted to do? Right? They want... Terminator's great. And this is what always happens.
Yeah.
Right? Always happens with things. Terminator's great. Here's what makes it work. Here's how we can improve it.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Right? And you go, no.
But they always say, like, what if the Terminator had tits? That was the basis of a film. Female Terminator.
Yeah.
What if she had tits? What if Terminator was got an old geezer? There we go.
Why did Alien...
There's a Terminator TV show, didn't there?
Why did a sequel like that, completely different, work? Because it wasn't different. It was just a different perspective.
The one I see. I like Alien 3. It's
well, you know,
it's
what?
A film that's got better in the time.
Yeah.
But the original version of that was going to be monks on a wooden planet.
Well, they were actually building the set, and they were about to start filming. They went, "No, we've changed this."
Monks on a wooden planet.
So Fincher was actually planning that and working on it, and they went,
I would like to see a director's cut of that where they took out that fucking terrible CGI.
You do get a director's. You do get a different version.
There's a version where it comes out of a dog or an ox.
Yeah, there's a different version. So,
but that film, the British cast.
How about this? You didn't call it Alien 3.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have Sigourney Weaver. You just had some unknown actress.
Mm-hmm.
There was something else going on, and it would have been a great horror in space, different, in a prison with really weird people.
Yeah. TV show.
Charles S. Dutton.
I guarantee somebody's, because it's not cinema it's eating up the ideas. It's television. They're all needing.
But here's
content.
The problem.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to last, because look what's happening to Netflix. Dying on its arse.
Dying on its arse. But there's still all the TV. There's still all these channels.
It's there.
Yeah.
But what they're going to do is less but higher quality.
Yeah.
More of the HBO approach.
I think what else you could get. Critters. There could be a new Critters film.
Easy.
That would be a cheap schlocky
But see, this
thing.
is what will happen, because a lot of the companies that can have access to these IPs goes, we can make that for 20 million,
mm-hmm.
get it in the cinema, get it on every streaming service.
I want to go in the cinema.
And just because they have to, they've got to get films in cinema. They'll always push it.
Don't know if these.
No, but this is my point, because of Top Gun.
I don't think. I'll never go back to cinema again. Yes. It's despicable.
But I'm the same.
Yeah.
But the problem is, they made like 300 million in their first week with Top Gun, domestically in the States.
But compared to the whole, that's not enough to save cinema.
But wait, here's the problem.
What happens what's happened? Like when the cowboy films came to an end.
Yeah.
Every film is a cowboy film. Then nobody watched cowboys anymore.
Yes, but they're always looking for the next thing.
What's going to be the next thing?
They believe the next thing is sequels to 80s films. This is what I'm saying. I'm convinced, man.
I don't think so, man.
I'm telling you. But they're not creative people.
I don't. But young people don't even.
No, you don't
care.
Want to see. You don't
they
care.
They don't even care.
Like nobody. Like in our perspective, I don't want to see a sequel to the Goonies. I don't want. Beetlejuice is going ahead. I don't want to see a sequel to Beetlejuice.
It'll be a disaster,
right? But
a Goonies
the people behind the scenes are not creative. They just see there's the key to doing it. This is what people want. So let's throw money at it.
This is fiddling well.
But if you just said it, Critters. But if you do have access to an IP and you could throw some money at a cheap film, then you get it on all the services. A sequel to Ghoulies, people would watch that.
The thing is,
They would.
I don't really even know. Out with the kind of community of older guys like us, young people don't know what fucking Critters is.
It doesn't matter.
And they don't care.
They want our money. Young people don't have disposable income now.
Our money's running out of time, man.
Yes, but
I don't know.
That's not what they've seen.
I don't think so.
I'm convinced.
No. Well, I'll tell you what's important to see.
What?
See how this Avatar film gets on.
I don't.
And if that falls in its arse, just start demolishing cinemas. Cinemas in Dundee aren't even full. They're empty.
This is it. But here's the thing with
no
Avatar. Some people have went to see Avatar. The new one, the first 10 minutes or something, they went, it's fucking astounding.
Right.
Not what I expected to hear. I don't feel it's just the same.
Kids watch 10 second stuff on a small screen. Cinema's dead.
Now, you've kind of disagreed with me a lot here. I'm going to bring something up and change your mind in 1 second.
Okay, let's hear it.
You came up with an idea a few podcasts
Spice Girls,
ago.
a movie?
Chopping Mall.
Uh-huh.
Where it's urban explorers going into a rundown and in the corner, and it's not an upgraded robot, it's the old one.
It's the old one.
And it's just zapping people, but it's more violent, there's more blood, more fun.
Yeah.
Right or wrong?
That would probably
I see.
But that won't be that won't make money in the cinemas. That's a straight to video number, VOD.
No, I will agree with you, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The accountants behind the scenes, they think, so there's going to be a short period where there's going to be lots of sequels.
They've got a tiny window to make money. The Northman made no money in the cinema.
Right.
And then it's the rental on online, and it's made quite a bit of money for that, but it's a small period of time, because as soon as it's up streaming, people are pirating.
But you have to remember,
I don't know how to get films made.
The Terminator was a disaster, but it went on to video, and it was huge.
But it's like the golden days, the golden days for the big studios. Yeah, it was the DVD boom. It's like music companies never made more money than when there was a CD boom. There was never a time like that, and it's never ever coming back. And films the same. There's not the DVD boom. They're just going to have to make do with smaller amounts of money. And how they get the business model is they make money off subscription.
That's right.
So it's a monthly subscription.
Saying, you have to fill that.
Yeah.
So you will get cheap films. Yeah. You will get the new critters. Yeah. Where for some reason everyone watches something.
Fill just content.
But there'll be something like, even if it does get to the cinema, it'll be a disaster.
How do you make money off a film
streaming.
Now? You watch it once.
Yeah.
You don't buy a copy. You don't buy so you don't go to a Virgin Megastore and buy The Northman on DVD or Blu-ray.
But they're all available to buy, so people must be buying them.
But I'd love to see the numbers, because I think it'll be very low.
Yeah.
All the people I know, there's one person that still buys DVDs. Nobody else I know.
No, I don't buy DVDs.
Nobody buys them. None of my family. Nobody.
There's a film called Bellflower.
You've told me. Oh God.
And I got it a download somewhere, and it was perfect. And the DVD was there. And I thought, well, it's a tiny independent. Right, okay. Right, just a few people put this film together. I don't even
have a DVD player.
I'm going to buy the DVD, and it was put out on oscilloscope, I think.
Right.
I get it. I put it on. It's in the wrong format. It's in the wrong fucking format, and it was like 30 quid. And I was like so fucked off with that. The one I got free online was perfect.
All my old DVDs are in a box in the loft, and I was going to get rid of them. You can't.
Yeah.
The landfill or the loft, that's the two options.
True. And it wasn't like it was in the wrong format and I could change it. Every time you changed it, it got worse.
Shit.
It was just so badly made.
And I was like... they're scrabbling, because like you say, the music, the film industry, they're bean counters. They're not creative people. And I just don't know.
But there's films out there. There's a film years ago I saw, and it's Uncle Kent.
Okay.
And it's this guy, Kent Osborne. He's an animator, and it's just about basically a weekend in his life.
Right, okay.
And the camera's always fixed. It's quite a well-known director, done it. And I don't think anyone in it's an actor.
Right, okay.
And it's fucking great.
That's good, okay.
I bet it cost 20 quid. It is brilliant, Uncle Kent. And there's a sequel to it as well, which has nothing to do. Oh. It's with the actor who was Kent in it, trying to get a sequel made. Completely bizarre.
But the guy that does The Northman, great filmmaker, he's got a vision. He'll never get to make a film like that again. That's it.
That's it.
Done.
I agree.
He'll go on the TV.
But, well, I mean, I'm sure Lighthouse cost a lot.
Episodic television.
It cost a lot to make The Lighthouse, I'm sure. But I'm sure it wasn't close to The Northman. And you can do a small film that will blow you away.
Yeah.
You can do it. But
the
two films I've talked about, I think Bellflower cost like $17,000, something like that.
I'm just concerned. There's an interesting thing on Radio 4 was going on about TikTok book reviews.
Okay,
they're a big thing.
Okay,
there's these stars and so young. I'm not. This isn't me sounding like young people are stupid. Far from it. But I'm just wondering their attention span for a lot of stuff. And Tom Cruise, to a 15-year-old Tom Cruise, is fuck all. Like absolutely.
That's right. It's fuck all. It's fuck all.
It's his Tom Cruise is important to him as bloody a fucking John Wayne as does.
Yeah, exactly. It means nothing.
It's like when you remember as a kid watching a John Wayne film.
Hated it.
What a who's this old fart?
Hated it, yeah.
So they just think Tom, as much as he dyes his hair, they just think he's ridiculous.
Attention span. Hold on. I'm going to defend young people with their attention span.
Right.
Because when we were young, they had something on, I think it was Channel 4, and it was called Network 7.
Okay.
And Network 7, was it named Magenta Divine, died last year.
She died. Did she top herself?
I don't know. I think she was ill.
Was she?
Yeah. And there was... The editing in it was so fast. It was flashy lights and that.
Oh, like the Tube.
But faster.
Right, okay.
Even more so. And people said, young people don't have attention spans. They don't. But go and look at something like Code Miko now, and that, it's just the same. It's the same.
Everything was that frantic cutting of the 90s.
But it's not they have low attention spans. They're faster than us, and they can take it in.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
No.
We're old. We're slow, man.
But to them,
who cares about Tom Cruise like that when you're 15?
Well, see what his next film is.
He's got 2 Mission Impossibles coming.
Okay, back to back.
And then he's going into space to shoot a film.
Okay.
So...
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yes, it's done well, but what is it? What's his competition? What else is out that Tom...
I think this is one big thing.
What else is it? There's nothing else to watch.
Literally, he's the last movie star.
But it's the only game what other film? If you were walking into cinema just now, there's Top Gun. What else is there you can see right now? Do you even know?
Not at all. Just the Jurassic World thing.
So that's it. So yeah, it's made money. It's literally the last man standing. There's nobody else.
But that is one aspect of it. Just one aspect. But like that, I think he's the last movie star. Name another one. Will Smith. Bye.
Yeah,
There's no one.
The other movie stars are not movie stars. They're known as superheroes in the Marvel.
They're not movie stars.
They're not movie stars.
And what woman's a movie star now? You know
Liam Hemsworth.
Hemsworth.
Yes. His wife is like this blonde-haired lassie who was in the Fast and Furious film, and she's in a film I watched on Netflix just the other day, and it's
meant to be terrible.
Well, it's just so willfully cheap.
Right.
But it's kind of got a charm in its knowingly shitness.
Okay.
But Liam shows up in it as a cameo, and it's just the sloppiest pile of shit. But that's what worries me. You just make sloppy... You get a star, you make sloppy shit, and people watch it because how you consume Netflix, you're sitting there scratching your arse, checking your phone.
This is true.
Periodically, there's a bang and you look up, and then you go back to it. So it's like
that is the way I watch it.
So you don't really. I believe me, I like going to the cinema, but I'll never go again.
I don't want to go again.
When I'm a billionaire and I can have a huge mausoleum to my greatness built.
Oh yeah,
like a pyramid, if you will.
I'll
demolish Dundee. I'll build a giant gold pyramid, and then it'll be just swimming pools where I just swim with guppies. But then there's going to be one room, huge cinema. And it's all going to be, that stuff that makes it difficult for skateboarders. The whole place is going to be jaggy, so you can't sit anywhere apart from a little walkway and a big comfy seat for me. Just for me. And I'll sit there, just me, watching cinema. That's what I'll do.
God, that's depressing.
I won't watch Top Gear. I'll maybe have somebody that serves me popcorn.
Okay.
Because by that stage, I'm not going to be wanting to lift the popcorn to my mouth.
But I want to hear from our listeners.
Is anybody going to see Top Gun?
I bet loads of people have. I bet they have. But I want to hear from them what sequel they want that they would go and see. Because you came up with a good one. Critters would be... You imagine having Critters now.
Critters would be slightly better. Critters, they're horrible little things. There's a film thing they're doing. I've noticed this. All the stars are doing it where they wear a baseball cap.
Right, okay.
Remember when Justin Trouser Snake put an album and it was just him wearing like gingham?
Okay, right, yeah.
Bit of country.
Yeah.
Getting back to the roots. Americana.
Okay.
What's his name? Pratt's doing one where he's a Navy SEAL. Oh, and he's got a baseball cap
I saw that.
And then they did one, Matt Damon, Mr. America, he did one where his daughter, it was like a kind of Amanda Knox style thing.
Yes.
Baseball cap. They like being rednecks and driving trucks. It's a weird...
It's a strange thing.
It's cynical.
It is, because they're kind of... You find these people usually, in many ways, maybe not Chris Pratt, but they usually vote against these kinds of people.
It's a cynical thing. They want to appeal to the American heartlands. It's like Garth Brooks.
Oh, no.
You know Garth Brooks is the biggest selling artist in the world.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Beyonce is nowhere near that fucker.
That's mental.
He did a tour of America where it was stadium, and he sold them all out.
And
just
it's
in
awful.
Minutes.
My dad liked him.
Fuck. But Garth Brooks, biggest star
I think
in the world.
he gave my dad cancer.
Do you know a single person that likes Garth Brooks? But they say even in America, these people on a podcast, they go, does anyone like Garth Brooks? No, they don't know anybody.
When you get something
wild.
of super success, here's the weird thing.
I'm stating Garth Brooks fans went to see Top Gun Maverick. That's the demographic.
I think you're right.
Nobody's admitted to going to see it. So they all Tom Cruise needs to do to get their vote is to wear a fucking gingham shirt, roll up the sleeves, sit and eat a hot dog.
He wears caps all the time.
Caps all the time.
Oblivion, what would he put on in it? He put on a cap.
I liked Oblivion. I was laughing my tits off. Where
Olga Kurylenko in it.
Oh, lovely.
My goodness.
Never had a good role.
Never had a good role, but she's the most amazing.
She needs a role, that lassie. Yeah. She's good. She's got it all.
She could come and maybe visit here and be a part of this show. I'd accept
she probably would.
You'd be chucked out that fucking window so quick.
I was laughing. Humble brag. Was not from me, from the royal family.
Oh no.
So after the Jubilee, they pushed up billions on that
64 million
to entertain an old lady for a weekend. My granny, give her a rich tea and fucking Harry Seacombe.
Happy,
and she was happy.
That's
the Queen,
the
whole country needs to gear up. What does our future next king, the one after, puts a baseball cap on, goes out and sells The Big Issue.
Oh, listen, I was offended.
But they've done a thing where he's not commenting and The Big Issue's not commenting. How have we fucking heard about it then?
Oh, it just appears.
Magical, eh?
You've got a guy who lives in castles and palaces selling The Big Issue.
So some junkie guy goes up to him and says, I'm needing to get in touch with your dad's charity or something, Princess Trust. I can't guarantee anything, he said to him, but we'll try. Guy got a phone call that afternoon. Bullshit.
Fucking,
And that's cynical.
Pieces of shit.
That's cynical, isn't it?
But this gets us on to our next subject.
Right.
Because we're talking about films, and I've figured something out.
Oh, God.
I've got a theory.
Oh, no.
Right. When films started making it, no one knew. Within a few years.
First film was a dog, second film was a blowjob. That's a history of film.
I thought it was a guy on a horse.
No, blowjob.
Anyway.
Think about it. A person learns to do a cave painting.
They draw
a mammoth, then a cock.
True. It's always true.
Sex is never the first thing. It's always the second thing.
Which it should be.
You have a meal, then you shag. You don't shag, then have
clever,
a meal.
clever. You're quite a gentleman. So
let's hear it.
My theory. No one expected within just a few years there'd be animating creatures and you'd see things on the screen that were unthinkable.
That dinosaur.
Oh my God.
Yeah. What's it called?
King Kong.
Diplodocus.
They basically invented film. Within a few years you've got King Kong. It's incredible.
But yeah, you're right. They invented how everything works.
That's right.
How a film works.
Then, slowly but surely,
Uh-huh.
CGI comes along. And CGI, as much as people complain about it, there's a lot of times you don't even know it's there and it's perfect.
You remember the CGI monkey thing in Lost in Space?
Oh, that ruined that film.
No, Matt LeBlanc ruined that film, but the monkey...
Heather Graham was in it. She did not ruin it.
She's a terrible actress.
I like her.
Oh, shocking.
My guy always looks surprised.
Yeah.
Now, you think, what's the next thing that comes along after CGI?
Well, I thought it was... okay.
No, I figured that out.
What?
Because I've looked back at art. And before they used the lens to project things on a wall, and they painted it so it was photorealistic.
Okay.
Before that, everything looked like sort of modern art.
Mm-hmm.
And we're at the photorealistic point. And then the next thing that will come after it is pure artistry.
Well, no, you could... I'll tell you... No,
bizarreness.
An example of that is the Spider-Man one. The animated Spider-Man one. That was some creativity. Yeah, that was
actually that's the best Spider-Man film.
Yeah, that was kind of pure comic booky. All these styles smashed together.
That was actually stunning.
Yeah,
go and watch.
I think the new Sam Raimi Doctor Strange. I've not seen it, but there's clips in that. There's just
more abstract,
experimental. Yeah.
Well, it's the new what do you call it? Arcane.
Yeah.
On Netflix. You watched that?
No.
Animated French company. Holy shit, man. I've never seen it.
What's a MacGuffin?
It's basically after a game, but it's nothing to do with the game. If you know, and it's I can't even express to you the style because it changes styles.
Well, they mentioned
it's incredible.
Mentioned Love, Death and Robots.
Right, there's
have you
an
seen
example.
it yet?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen one.
Did you see the one, The Lassie in the Lake? The siren. It's mind blowing. That's pure. It's expressive.
Okay.
Expressive.
Now, we are going to move from photorealistic to pure artistry. So there's going to be people coming along, as they do in every generation, like a Picasso or something, and you go, "What am I watching?" And it will blow you away. And that's the way you're going.
But you're thinking, you'll need cinema to see. Like people kept saying to me, you need to watch Dune in the big experience.
Yeah.
It's what the cinema owners tell you. It's not as good as nonsense, cinema. Watched in the house with my not huge telly, lights off. It was absolutely fine.
Now, thing with Dune, I watched it, and there's something feels off.
I love it.
I just feel like I felt claustrophobic. Right? Do you know what it was?
What?
When it was on, it's in the wrong format.
What?
It was shot in the 4:3 format, and we saw it in wide. So the top and bottom's cut off. It's epic looking.
Yeah.
And you're missing it. I actually felt everything was too tight. So you needed at least a different format.
Oh, okay.
But that's my theory, because I was looking at the history of art and how it goes through periods.
Yeah.
And when they had the realism, the Impressionists, really an incredible realism.
No, but I think we're in the middle of that.
It reacted.
I think we're in the middle of that right now.
I think the flux is happening, yeah. So they're just going to use CGI as a tool to get to this creativity. So who knows what someone's going to come out with. Someone could come out with something
What does Adam Savage say?
You've never seen. Listen, Adam Savage listens to us and takes all his advice from me.
Well, Adam Savage, he dressed up as Captain America. Some would say he's self-indulgent. But then he went to a Comic-Con dressed as he had pecs, because he noticed that he's got very prominent nipples. So he put these pecs on.
Okay.
But he's got a case that he takes. And his whole episode was him putting wheat casters in the bottom of a case. You're like, how much stuff can one man have?
I know. I'm building a table at the moment.
I've got a lot of shite, but
should I film it?
Where does Adam Savage keep it?
Do you know what I'm a little bit scared about?
What?
That I'm doing an industrial type table, 2.5 metre long. It's all scaffolding. A wank table. Huge pull out drawer and just really nice
just
stuff.
Just a big thing for lube.
Yeah.
One of those things for opening really big cans of corned beef.
If I filmed it, it's corned beef for lube. We'll talk later.
You have to heat it up slightly. Get it up to body temperature. Get that yellow fat when it liquefies.
My imagination's excellent in it.
The only thing is dogs follow you for the rest of the fortnight. Okay?
Like Susan.
Yeah.
So, if I filmed me making this table, would it be more successful than us doing this? I'm telling you, it would be.
There's a guy, there's loads of diorama videos people watch. There's a guy, a fat guy that goes about, rate my takeaway. Look him up on YouTube.
Okay.
And he's gigantically fat. He won't last. He'll be dead in 4 years. But he just travels the country and he brings a table in a little chair and he just sets up and eats the food. And he's nothing much to say about it. He's just quite an engaging kind of fat guy, northern guy.
Right.
But that gets huge viewing figures. He had one up for 6 hours and had 56,000 views.
Right. See, this is what happens, right?
Yeah.
Theories never work. Accidents are always serendipitous things. That's what works.
I would imagine if you were putting a table up, you'd be bashing your thumbs most of the time, and people love that.
Listen. I'll stop you right there. Who came to your aid last night in a technical matter?
It was, yes. But there's a theory that some of our listeners agree with, that you're actually causing the situation
to make you dependent on me.
You're both the chicken and the egg, my friend.
I'm offering my technical
You're both
teat.
the chicken and the egg. You're the snake eating its own tail.
You
are the puppet master.
But the thing is, I make the table, everyone watches it. Right? This is the same as, remember you had that app where it'd turn you into a girl?
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it because I know I'd be a much better looking girl than I am a boy.
Okay.
And then I'm left with this, and I have to look at myself. And
Shallow.
I'd just be like, I've got this to live with. I don't like it.
Okay.
And this is the same thing. So it's like, do we just make a table? Or do we put effort in? Well, you don't put effort in. I put effort in. Any day, our new desk will be activated.
Jesus Christ.
And we'll have it here, and our new
5G.
microphones. Oh, that's another thing, right? Bluetooth connects to the phone. We now have 5G in this building. This morning, 700 meg downloads. Ridiculous.
Where do you have the 5G on? Well, my phone's not 5G.
Well, if it's not 5G, you won't get it.
It's not 5G. I'm not getting a 5G phone.
You won't get it, but yes, if we do this, I do a wee broadband speed test, I'll run the test, and we're looking at, look, there's my downloads right now. Oh, look. You did. That's our downloads right now.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. So, we will be able to connect it to the internets. And we can do a live show. We could do a movie show where we'll watch a movie, people watch it at the same time as us, and we can do the commentary.
We need to do food.
No.
We need to eat. People love folk eating, man.
No.
People love people eating.
They don't like
Dundee stuff, they love it.
They're going to do a mukbang. But a mukbang's got to be food that's bad for you, and it's a pile like this.
We don't.
I'll have a bite and I can't do it.
We'll go to 24-Hour Bakery. I get a full range of custard stuff.
Yeah.
Because I love custard donut, hot dog, can bite in between. That's what we'll do.
Dundee is so shit. In my lifetime, there was no Sunday opening.
Right.
You couldn't get a shop open on a Sunday. In my lifetime. But all my lifetime, there's been a 24-hour bakery. You could go and get a coffee tower at 3:30 in the morning.
No, you could get a coffee tower and a fight.
And a fight. It was a guaranteed fight.
I was in like 5 fights there. Didn't go looking for a fight, ended up in a fight.
You'd go in, there's no one there. And as soon as you go to the counter, 10 people appear.
Hold on, guys. And you'd put down your custard donut, and then you'd fight, and you'd go back
Pick it up. I've seen this a lot.
Yeah.
A bacon roll and a custard donut.
Yesterday, I was in the town, and fucking shocking the amount of begging going on in the town.
Oh, right.
Unbelievable. But gangs of beggars.
Oh.
So you had this wild situation. You had the homegrown beggar. And they're there going about. But there's Romany gypsies, a lot of them.
Right.
And they're kind of going. A lassie said to me, give me some money? I says, no, I've not got any money. She says, buy me a McDonald's. I goes, that's a great idea. I'll away and buy myself a McDonald's. There's just the gall of it. But then I saw the same lassies. They were trying to beg off the Dundee junkies.
Oh, best of luck with that.
Any money? Any spare change? You guys are like, fury. There's a fury.
Oh, that's going to be trouble. That's going to be trouble.
Somebody's going to get chibbed.
There will.
And all in the background, you've got fucking Fast Eddie and his Moothy. That's the soundtrack. But there's a new guy in town, and he seems to have moved Fast Eddie off his perch.
Oh.
But he's got this orange jacket, and he's singing like the La's and stuff. He's like a 90s.
Oh, God.
90s music. It's awful. Boots Corner.
Now, that was something that I was just talking about recently here. There was a studio across the road here, a rehearsal studio, and they were chucked out.
Still there?
No, they were chucked out.
The straight studios, they're gone.
They took all their shit and dumped it. It's been there empty for a year, and they took all their stuff. It's all in the bin, the whole lot. I couldn't believe it. But yeah,
I never saw anybody coming and going.
No, but at night.
But there's another studio somewhere else.
Yeah, along there.
Okay. Straight Studios, it was called.
Something like that. I can't remember.
Oh, they're gone. Oh,
yeah,
well.
They're gone.
I was going to record my solo album.
Oh dear. Now, all the music you would hear was like 80s, 70s. And I thought, it's clubby bands maybe having a rehearsal. Clubby bands usually don't rehearse because they're always working. Yeah. And I thought, young guys.
Oh.
And I'm like, what? They're playing Guns N' Roses.
Oh, Jesus.
And you're like, they're young guys.
You know who's coming to play in Dundee? The tent's up for it.
No, don't tell me so.
Noel Gallagher. High-flying birds.
Shit.
Just shite.
You got to be careful in Dundee, though. You got to be careful, right? Because you'll see something like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and you go, oh, but you look carefully, and there's little sounds like
the Red Hot Chili Pipers.
Oh, they'll appear. Yeah. How many people have went to see them, going, what the fuck is this?
A woman that works for my work, her and her husband in the space of a week went to see The Killers, who she said was absolute mobbed pandemonium busy.
The Killers?
The Killer.
Aren't they Mormons?
I'm not sure.
Right.
Packed. But she was stuck in the car park for 5 hours. It was just chaos.
Oh.
But then who she also went to see was the Pet Shop Boys.
Oh my God.
But she said, I'm not a Pet Shop Boys fan. But she said she was very disappointed because they've been to see the Pet Shop Boys before.
Yeah.
And the Pet Shop Boys put on a spectacle. But they've always been quite shit. It's always the
they're
thing.
Not a live thing.
No, it's the thing they do has always been better. She said there was nothing. All you got is them. So they're like the lazy bastards. So they're obviously just going round and hoovering up some cash, minimum effort. They might as well do one of those 80 concerts with the guy at ABC.
Now, I used to play around Scotland in gigs.
Right.
You would go to a little village, a fishing village like Crail, and sell out a fucking hall. Aye. Everyone's dancing, having a great night. You come to Dundee, you'd get beat up, you'd get your shit stolen, and here's what happens in Dundee. You'll have bands coming to Dundee. You had Morrissey years ago walked off stage.
Bjork played.
Yeah, things like that. And they won't sell out.
No.
And people will heckle them and throw shit. But if you get sounds like Iron Maiden, but sounds like, you know,
who used to play?
They will sell out.
Who used to sell out all the time in Dundee was like Pete Loaf.
Pete Loaf. Think shit cover band. Yeah. Someone who was on Stars in Their Eyes.
Essentially, Dundee's like Australia. Because the cover bands, it was Australia that started
the cover bands.
Yeah.
ABBA-esque.
ABBA-esque, because nobody wanted to fucking go there.
But the thing is, ABBA-esque got huge. And they came to Dundee, queues for miles. But if you have a real band, people in Dundee hate them.
Old Gallagher, imagine that set.
This is what happened. We got this.
Will he do Aces stuff? Will it mainly be just all these
new stuff? It'll be terrible. And this is what happens, right? So...
What's Liam Gallagher's band? BDI.
Oh, I don't know.
He's getting new hips, artificial hips.
Yeah. But what happens in Dundee? We've got this new area for gigs.
It's a good place. I saw Primal Scream there, and to be honest with you,
right.
It was nice. It was
Here's
good.
The problem.
Yeah.
They've surrounded it with roads.
Yeah.
So they have to shut the roads.
Yeah, difficult to
put the gig on.
Difficult to get.
So Dundee, the whole of Dundee
shuts down.
I couldn't get out of here one day. What's going on? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Ended up in Minas Hill.
The main through road of Dundee is closed.
3 miles from my house, and had to dump my car and walk home and go back that night and get it. Everyone was just... And when I dumped the car, everyone started dumping their cars and just walking.
A better venue really would be Camperdown Park.
Camperdown, build a proper area there for it and get the parking sorted.
Yeah,
no problem.
You straight off the Kingsway, easy.
Great, and it wouldn't block anywhere off. Now, what happens with venues like this? They start off strong. Remember, they had Rita Ora. Now that's bad, but at least young people knew who she was.
Rita Ora's entire career, is just the equivalent of putting a postcard in a phone box. And I'll stick with this. I believe Rita Ora is just a very high class call girl, and the whole
allegedly,
we've
not said that.
The albums just go out to attract like Saudi princes to go. Oh. It's just a higher level.
Oh goodness, that's a lot. That's something you've heard on the internet.
Well, she fucked Simon Cowell with his dead face.
Oh my god,
leaning down on you.
That's awful.
But she's with the guy from What We Do in the Shadows.
Are
they still together?
I believe so.
I lost a lot of respect for him. She described her own country. She's Serbian, I believe. She described it as a third world country.
Oh dear.
Her own country is a third world country.
Oh dear.
Idiot.
Oh dear.
But Dua Lipa's come along. She's from the same village.
Oh God.
She can't sing either. I'm not suggesting Dua Lipa's a prostitute.
No, not at all. That's not something we've heard on the
internet.
Rita
Ora, I think.
No, that's what we've heard on the internet.
Yeah.
But
Rita Ora, you had UB40 who said, "Good evening, Glasgow."
Everyone that comes to fucking Dundee, it's great to be in Glasgow.
Who else have they had?
They had Chrissy Hind.
Did she say Glasgow?
Went on stage and started complaining about these horrible buildings around her because they shouldn't be there. Just shut up and sing your 3 hits.
Chrissy Hind is kicked around for a long... She's like Leather Tuxedo.
Yeah.
And she has had 3 songs.
That's it. In the 80s.
The one thing I like about Chrissy Hind, she hates Keith from the Rolling Stones, Keith Richards.
Oh, good.
Hates him. Thinks he's a cunt.
Now.
He's a cunt.
We hit peak musical artists because Steps came to Dundee.
Jesus Christ.
That's when you're fucked, man. What Little Mix? They're gone. They've gone back to their normal lives.
What's his name? Who supported Primal Scream was that fat Scottish guy, Capaldi, Lewis Capaldi.
Oh, Lewis Capaldi.
And I saw him when
Terrible.
walking the gig. I saw this big fat guy with these young lassies fawning over. I thought, God, I'd never seen the man before. I thought, what's he got? Some kind of aftershave or something. Turned out he was
Lynx Africa.
It turned
That's
out
what does it.
But he's been and gone. Him.
Yeah.
He seems a nice chap.
But there's just so much crap.
But I don't know who
so
else
much
is
crap.
on
We
there.
need new bands for young people.
No, but bands are gone as well.
It's
Music's
difficult.
dead.
This is something.
You don't make any. You used to go on tour to promote an album. Now you put an album out to promote a tour. It's flipped completely.
Yes, that's
100%.
right. And musicians now,
They'll burn out. They hate touring.
you don't even need songs.
No.
You just need to be a musician and go on YouTube and get a career. And
do all
be
yourself.
entertaining. Do it different. I like that. I like the music's
That
evolved.
laddie from the Eurovision. No, I'd imagine he's got a record company now, but he didn't. I hope he's got money in the bank. That
all
lad.
the people that I watch, guitarists I watch, none of them are signed, and they do it themselves and have careers as musicians.
Why would you want?
It's wonderful.
What I think we've discussed this before. People don't realise you when you get a record deal, everything comes out of that money.
Oh yeah, you're fucked.
People have ruined themselves in their opening tour because they're like, oh, all the champagne. No, you're paying for it.
Yes, and I got signed for. I remember the thing was in Glasgow. Around here in the 80s as well, it was like an £80,000 signing check, and you're like,
petrol in the tours,
everything. That's not. You're taking a loan with interest.
Jesus Christ!
And it's like,
and how many folk have a second album?
And that's
percentage.
And here's the thing: if you take a loan with interest, you might be buying something.
Right.
For example, a house.
Yeah.
But when you take a loan with interest from a record company, they start spending it for you.
Fuck.
You don't know where it's going.
Their salary will come out of it.
You don't know where it's going.
So you could end up with nothing.
All the time.
Jesus.
Very famously, TLC, when they got the point of fan mail, they were doing Scrubs, world famous, tours, everything, all bankrupt.
Jesus Christ.
They just took their money. They just take it.
It's awful.
They just take their money.
That's awful, isn't it? Awful.
S Club 7, you remember them?
Oh,
The money behind them was hundreds of millions.
No, but they
got nothing.
No, but they weren't. They were just employed.
Essentially,
it's like Steps 7. They were just employed. They got a budget for clothes.
Yeah,
so they've ended up with nothing.
It's so cynical and ugly.
Oh, it's awful.
And this is why, if you're a musician now, I want to be signed and get your demo out. Don't think about it.
That
Do it
fucker
yourself.
that did the sea shanties, I hope he's made money.
Oh, I imagine he has on TikTok.
He
And
seems to have made a lot of money. Fucking the ginger-haired guy with the cock eye.
Who's that?
The biggest star. Ginger-haired guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's nobody on. It's just him.
Yeah,
so he rocks up.
He's worth hundreds of millions.
His money.
Yeah. But you can go now on your phone, record music. You don't need to just hold the phone in front of you if you're a singer and sing. Put it on TikTok. You don't. You've got a higher chance of doing something for yourself than going to a record company.
People like to feel.
Keep away from them.
Young people will like to feel they've discovered somebody now.
That's true.
They don't like. It'll be difficult to sell to a young person. If they'll smell, this is.
I have advice.
Yeah.
I've just realised I actually have advice for a young musician. When you're out there and you're trying to get a record company or someone to look at you, you're always looking for validation.
Right.
It's false. It doesn't exist. Do it yourself and ignore validation. If someone says you're bad, ignore it. If someone says you're good, ignore it. And go and do your own thing.
You two you could have a guest spot with Fast Eddie and Boots Corner.
Oh my God!
Have you been watching? A thing I don't like is golf.
Nobody likes
but
golf.
I'm finding golf's got interesting.
Oh, this is it. This is the beginning of the end.
So but this is everything. You had there's a PGA tour. So this is the American tour, and there's a European. There's an EPG.
You're done.
So two big tours, and that's everything. The Saudis have come along, and there's a guy, Phil Mickelson, and they've said to him, for one competition, 120 million quid.
It's crazy.
So he has torn up all this stuff, and he's just left for them. And a lot of other people have done it. So they don't get to do any of the touring. They're not in the ranking system.
Yeah.
They don't get to take part in the Ryder Cup. They've
Brilliant.
walked away from everything.
Away from all. That's because money talks.
Money talks.
So,
but they've been trying to do rival stuff. And another thing I don't like, Formula One. there's been rival companies to that for years.
They've been trying to get other things.
If you just come along and imagine somebody said to us, guys, hey, we need you to come over to Spotify. Here's 120 million.
I'd be, fuck this shit, I'm off.
Would you?
I'm like, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a sellout.
I'd love to. Yeah. I love people that say I wouldn't sell out. Everyone would sell out.
Of course I'd sell it. Listen, no, here's where you wouldn't sell out. If you're a doctor saving lives and someone's going to offer you money not to save lives.
Yeah.
You're not. We are idiots doing a silly thing. If someone offered us money, yes.
But what I particularly liked about it was they had these British players. I think there's a guy called Justin Rose or something.
Oh my God, you really know it?
Yeah,
You're not a sporty person.
No, I don't know. This morning.
Is scary.
So he sat there and there's a press conference. Really bad vibe.
Okay.
And the press, the golf journalist, imagine being a golf journalist, he goes to the guy, is there anybody you wouldn't play with? Hey, the Russians? If North Korea paid you?
Yeah.
The guy's like, I'm not going to answer that question. You're like, because they're saying the Saudis, you can't take Saudi money.
Yeah.
Now, the Saudis are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
But we do business with the Saudis.
You can't.
To accuse somebody,
Everyone goes on holiday there. Yeah. Everyone. Calm down.
You know what I mean?
Calm down.
But it's just, the journalists are indignant because their tit is the tour.
Yeah, but if the journalist got offered 100 million,
he'd go in.
Bye.
He'd go.
Gone.
Cha. It's like Dan Walker. I hope you're listening to this, Dan Walker. I can't stand.
I don't know who Dan Walker is.
My mum and dad don't watch BBC breakfast television because of Dan Walker.
Oh,
but he's this religious guy. He's like the guy who Chariots of Fire. He won't work on a Sunday.
Gotcha.
And he's this lanky guy, and on BBC, he never mentions religion, but he's an evangelical Christian.
Okay.
BBC through and through. He's went to Channel 5. And he's now Channel 5 News at 5 with Dan Walker. So I'm like, switch over. He's not on it. The one time I switch over, Dan Walker's not in the programme.
See, this.
But he's been offered a fortune. Barry Norman, BBC, Sky say, come to Sky. Nobody ever watched them ever again. You've got a huge amount of money.
See, here's the thing with that, right? Is it selling out to get paid to do something of very little value?
But it's not just it's just not all money. I mean, BBC, you maybe get paid less, but you become this staple of television.
Yeah,
Terry Wogan?
Weird. Yeah, exactly.
Terry Wogan could have went to Sky.
Of course.
But he knew,
But no, I don't believe in that.
But a massive thing of money. It's so tempting.
Politicians sell out.
Oh,
they shouldn't not only sell out morally, but they shouldn't be allowed to. There shouldn't be the mechanism to do it.
The minute they take money from anybody, it should be small donations.
That's it, right?
They should be
anonymous donations, all this sort of thing. But two middle-aged men, one bit of a stud muffin, and you. If we're offered millions to be idiots, it's not selling out.
Does our
I'm talking to the cosmos here.
Does our competitor Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Is his listening numbers gone up or down since he moved?
I don't know, but I know since he moved, I've never listened to him.
I've never watched one of his programs. I've seen clips on YouTube of him.
Yeah, never seen it.
But I've not watched it. And what's the standard of his guests like?
I don't know. I've never seen it. It seems in the clips it's dropped a bit.
Because
to be honest,
podcast I really like was Last Podcast on the Left.
Yeah,
or the Last Podcast, right? I find them funny. They did like cults and all kinds of stuff. See cryptids and stuff. They went on to Spotify, and I've just never watched. I listen to them all the time. Not once.
Not once.
It's a shame.
It's difficult.
But I could easily go and sign up to Spotify. I won't do it.
Well, you don't even need to sign up.
I just won't do it. I won't go there.
Yeah, I have to say, Spotify compared to YouTube, the quality of playback's really
good. Is it better?
And I have to say, we are on Spotify. You can get us. We are available on Spotify.
But not an exclusive deal.
No. and we are on Patreon. You can get us there with exclusives. I put a brand new on the Spectrum up the other night.
I've got a bike to feed now.
Last night. You've got a bike. It's cost you money. You're in shock that something costs you money.
Well, I gave you Yaddle tax and a chocolate biscuit.
Listen, you'll get your £3 back.
No, I'm not wanting the Yaddle tax.
Well, thank you.
That's Yaddle tax.
Thank you for my £3. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate that.
In a multi-pack, it wasn't even a real Kit Kat.
I know it wasn't a multi-pack. I got one biscuit. One biscuit. That's what I got.
It wasn't a real Kit Kat, but I think it's better than a Kit Kat.
All right,
I've told you this before. The centre of
Do
a
you know what I
Kit Kat
did?
is made out of pulverised
I
Kit
drove
Kat.
up the road eating it.
Did you?
I drove up the road eating it. My spoils of
But
war.
I know you enjoyed doing it.
I enjoy fixing. I'll tell you what didn't cross my mind is taking the wheel off. I forgot there's a bloody motor in it.
Yeah, heavy.
It weighs a ton.
Heavy.
And it's like, oh, right, that was... But fixing the puncture was easy. Getting the tyre on and off was easy.
It was a doozy of a puncture.
It was a good one. But the problem was, because it's so heavy, your bolt that goes through your axle has flat edges on it, and you have to turn the motor in the wheel to get it in position, then drop it in, and it's so heavy because every time you move it, it wants to move again. And that was awkward. But it's on. Is it working fine? Are you happy? Is it still blown up?
It's fine. It's still blowing up. I've not been on it today because I've got to visit a few shops, and I've got a bit paranoid about bikes being stolen.
There's a lot of bikes being stolen in Dundee.
Because I'm worried somebody will spot us. It's not paranoia, but if somebody sees you coming and going from your house with the bike, they'll fucking come up and have a wee donder. So I don't have a garage.
Because the thing is, we're at this special time of bikes. Electric bikes are taking off,
right?
And they're of high value, and there's a demand. But they're going to become ubiquitous soon, so there won't be. That won't happen.
It's like dogs. Dogs have made them. There was no dog theft when I was a kid. Why would you steal a dog?
It was ridiculous. To steal a dog was madness. But now
you have to feed it. Now it's like not big game in town.
Steal a dog.
$3,000 for a pug, and it's going to cost you that in vet fees all the time.
First year. Oh, Jesus.
Poor little bastard.
Oh, God, we're there.
I've done it.
What do you think of my two theories, though?
Oh, well, yeah, 80s.
80s sequels.
I am more on the side of it's a slow market. There's not much competition, and it's a bit of an aberration. There's a wee bit of there's a lot of 80s stuff. Horror at the moment has all got a kind of 80s vibe to it.
And it's, but it's going to be modernised 80s.
Yeah.
This is what's going to happen.
80s movies we like less real explosions.
I forgot to put the banner on again.
That's okay.
Well, just to let everyone know, go to folkinscotland.com and you'll get all the audio, all the video together. There's a merch shop, and we don't update it all the time for like some people do, and I'll tell you why I don't, because people go, here's a new t-shirt all the time to get it. No, they've been there more than a year, and maybe at the end of the summer I'm putting some new ones up.
Has everybody bought one?
We've sold some. You managed to get your £7 to give you. Yeah, it was good. So it was good.
Yeah, good. Imagine walking into a place wearing one of our t-shirts and getting those looks.
Hold on. Now,
folk want to tear them off your body.
The majority of the stuff we sell is massive, like Frankie says, relax, but it's wash your balls. So people are really proud to wear that.
Maybe don't wear them your first day in prison.
I know. Which they're all heading to if they're buying our merch.
Chris McShadowins.
Chris McShadowins. Chris McShadowins is wonderful. Do you want to know why? He takes our spunky cock stickers and he puts them all over. Wherever he visits, he sticks them. Jesus Christ. He's going to go to jail.
He'll get jailed.
He'll get jailed.
He'll be the first folk in Scotland martyr. He'll be out Jesus.
Jesus. We'll get a
Chris,
picture of him up here.
If something terrible happens to you, we'll have a little shrine. Here's something.
A little shrine. He's going to fake his death now just to get a shrine.
He will fucking fake. He's going to be doing it right now. He'll go put a lot of effort into it.
He'll put effort
in. Poor missus. That poor woman. I hope she's got a stun gun or something under her pillow.
Oh, she will.
Something.
She's used to this.
Feeds him something at the weekend just to dampen his ardour a little bit.
I don't like the way you said that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the end
of another
So
we're well over 250 now. What's the number?
250. We've
That's
got
a
from
lot.
Podbean. We've got a little badge.
250 hours.
Yeah. 260 odd.
How much is a day?
Did I record this? Yeah.
24 hours. That's 10 days. It would take you 10 days to listen to that solidly.
Yeah. 10 days of us, our genii.
Imagine if someone did that for charity.
You know what? I think there are some people that are listening to every show. Well, we've got Chris, we've got Laura. She listens to every single show because she thinks...
I don't like that lassie.
Why? What's she done?
She's cruel to me.
Don't start attacking her.
She's cruel to me.
What did she say to you?
I can't remember. She said something about my shiny helmet. Felt self-conscious about it.
No fat words on Laura.
I was wanting an embrace from the fans, but I got some criticism.
Well,
I've withdrawn into my shell.
she has said it. You know what it is? She says things in a roundabout way.
Does she?
She really puts me down publicly, but I think she's trying to say, you're a stud muffin. I think this is what's happening.
Oh, it's like lassies in the playground that used to throw their lollipop at
you. She
you.
attacks me several times a day, and some legally. But, I think...
it's a long game.
It's the long game. That's okay. I know what I am. I'm just a man. It's a Lynx Africa. It's so potent. It goes through the camera,
it'll waft
through the
across.
mic. Yeah, it's so potent. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, laters.
Ta-da.